What's up, guys? Flippin' Steve, and I'm going to do a video with some soccer content today. I know I was in the middle of doing a series, but I'm going to break in the series and do some soccer content. What I want to talk about today is the different manufacturers and the different clubs in soccer. This is not necessarily an investing video, telling you who I'm recommending or who I'm buying or how to buy in soccer. That's actually going to be another video. So this is going to be part one of a part two series that I'm going to do on understanding soccer and, trying to help you guys, invest in it. And, just giving you some information because it can be hard to follow. So what this is going to be, like I said, is just information on the manufacturers and the copyright licenses and information on the leagues and the players. So, hopefully you get something out of this. So sit back, relax, and we'll get into it. What's up, guys? Welcome back. Flippin' Steve. And I know I was kind of in the middle of doing what I said I was going to do, a three-part series showing some of the cards that I had invested in since the beginning of the year and my thoughts on, some from each sport. However, I wanted to put out an informative video tonight. And it's going to be on soccer. And I know soccer doesn't get the most views and it doesn't have the, as many people in the hobby. It's not as popular as the NBA is right now. But I see a lot of questions, and a lot of the people who do watch my soccer content have a lot of questions. And I was actually watching a live stream of some fellow content creators last night, Les Alex and Brandon Chung, and they did a really good job at covering the questions that they got on soccer. However, when you're doing a live stream, it's just impossible to keep up with all the comments and the questions. So those guys did a great job, especially on the comments that they were able to get to. So no knock on them and no knock on their answers, because Brandon really knew his stuff on the soccer. But I decided I would go ahead and put out a video to try to help people understand the market a little bit, understand the products, understand the leagues. Because I feel like a lot of the comments that I see are people saying, hey, I would be interested in the soccer market if I knew more about it. Or I tend to steer clear of soccer because I don't know anything about it. And right now, it's a really good market to get into. And I told myself in the beginning that I would never get into investing in soccer. But then I saw such a great market and a great opportunity and the potential in making some gains, and also the opportunity to learn something. Whenever I can learn something, just the knowledge of learning about soccer in the hobby, or just soccer in general, a sport that I never really followed growing up. And what the investing part has done, and has actually made soccer a hobby of mine. I watch the games and follow the scores and the stats and everything now. And I just think it's really cool. So I'm going to get into this soccer video. First, guys, let's talk about the 700 subscriber challenge. I put it out in my last video. So if you want to know some details on it, I'll drop a link in the comments so you can go check it out. The different stages of the giveaways I'm going to do between 700 and 750. But I put the video out with like 601 subscribers, and before I checked today, and this was like less than a day ago, I was up to 630. I'd gotten over 25 in a day, like well over 25 in a day. I almost fell out of my damn chair. I was like, what? Holy crap. But that's because you guys are awesome, and I knew that this would be an easy challenge because you guys would spread the word and you would get it out there, and we would get the content shared to other people, which is great. So I hopefully, after I do this soccer video, you guys take something away from it. Whether you understand it all, because it's going to be a big whirlwind of stuff. And I'm still learning, to be honest, guys. I'm no soccer expert, but I'm going to tell you what I've learned and what I know. And I may even have a couple questions along the way, and so you guys may be able to help me out in the comments with some things. But it's a lot to take in. But if you're able to take away just, half of it or a small portion of it, at least you'll be on your way, and at least you'll take something of knowledge away from this video, which is my goal. It's not, I'm not here to show you, hey, this is what I'm making, this is what I'm losing, this is what I'm buying, which I do those videos. There's nothing wrong with those videos, and there will be more of those videos and more mail day videos. But I just want to put this informative video out there because really, if you're interested in the soccer market and you're just, scared to put your feet in the water because you don't really know which way to go, I don't want you to miss your opportunity, to get into another sport that you may find out that you like, or just the opportunity to make yourself some profits on some soccer cards while the market's so hot. And I believe it's only going to go up. It's international. It's got to have the biggest following in the world. And like I said, I'm going to touch on the leagues, the products, the types of cards that you might want to collect, because it's a little bit different, because I believe in other countries and because of the certain leagues that people just don't tend to shoot for rookie cards, or the market kind of dictates what the rookie card actually is. It's not always necessary. I know the definition of a rookie card is like the first major printed card by a major company or whatever. But sometimes in soccer, it just seems like there's other cards that are hotter than the actual rookie cards. So let's go ahead and start. And I'm going to talk about the leagues. And it's going to be the major leagues and not Major League Baseball. And not Major League Soccer, which Major League Soccer you'll see on TV here a lot in the States. However, Major League Soccer does not fall under, the most competitive soccer in the world. Now, not taking anything away from the skills of the Major League Soccer players, because there are some good players in the league, and there are some guys who have played in Europe and come back to Major League Soccer and things like that. And I'm not going to say anything about those guys' talents, because I can't kick a soccer ball to save my life. But anyway, it's just that Major League Soccer tends to be more of a developmental program, perhaps, than a lot of the major European leagues. So I'm going to start off with the EPL, which is the English Premier League. That tends to kind of be the most popular, and it's always going to be debatable, because these leagues are all in their own individual countries, so they're going to be more popular in the country that they're based out of. But as of right now, it seems like a lot, and not all, but a lot of the Major League Soccer players, especially ones who are young and up and coming and have something to prove, are kind of targeting the Premier League, which is based out of England. You're going to find your guys like Mo Salah, and I'm going to forget some names, but you're going to find guys like Mo Salah. Christian Pulisic is there now. Timo Werner just went there. So a lot of the young guys are going there. Kevin De Bruyne, who's considered one of the better midfielders, in the world. Just so many players. I can't even name them all, and I probably missed your favorite guy, but I'm sorry, but I just can't go down the list. But that's the Premier League based out of England. You're going to have La Liga, which is in Spain. That's where you're going to find Messi. And that's where you're going to find that huge Barcelona, Real Madrid rivalry that everybody always talks about. You love one and you hate the other. There is no in between. You're going to find that in La Liga. And that's where a lot of people may see La Liga is the most popular league, just because of that rivalry itself between Barcelona and Real Madrid. You're then going to have La Ligue 1, which is Ligue 1, and that's based out of France. So in that league, you're going to find guys like Kylian Mbappe, as he plays for Paris Saint-Germain. You're going to find guys like Neymar Jr., who used to play in La Liga with Messi on Barca, but now plays with Mbappe on Paris Saint-Germain in La Liga, or La Ligue 1, Ligue 1. So that's where you're going to find those players. And then you're going to have Serie A, which is based out of Italy. And I don't believe I have many Serie A cards. I actually don't have any to show you, because Serie A doesn't have a lot of cards out. However, Cristiano Ronaldo does play in Serie A now for Juventus in Italy, and that's one of the most dominant teams out there. So you got guys, the most popular guys actually, considered the best of the era, like Lionel Messi. He plays in La Liga in Spain. You have Ronaldo, who plays in Serie A in Italy. So they're not even in the Premier League, which is considered to be, the most popular league by many and not by all. Like I said, it's going to probably be very, it's going to tend on the country and where you live, if you're European, on who you think, what league you think is the most popular. Next, you have Bundesliga, which Bundesliga is based in Germany. There are some great players in Bundesliga, like Robert Lewandowski, one of the best strikers of the era. A lot of good young players that you guys have heard of, like Jadon Sancho, which I'll talk about him again. Erling Haaland, like you see on that box back there, back on the right. Some of the better young and up-and-coming stars. Timo Werner was just in the Bundesliga, but has now transferred to the Premier League. And Bundesliga is a really good league, and it's really strong and actually really underrated. You know, a lot of the better players tend to leave for the Premier League. It almost feels like it's developmental, but it's really not, because the best teams like Munich, Bayern Munich, in Bundesliga can compete with anybody. They're a dominant team, and they can compete with the best teams in the world, even though they're in the Bundesliga. And then you have Champions League, which the Champions League is going to be a big old buffet, if you will, of the best teams from each league. So you're going to take those big 5 leagues out of Europe: Premier League, La Liga, La Ligue, Serie A, and Bundesliga. You're going to take the top teams from each of those leagues, top 3 in some cases, top 4 in others, and you're going to throw them into one big melting pot. And then you're going to also add other teams from other countries, you know, say Russia, say Switzerland, Portugal, etc. All other countries who can also get a team out of their individual country leagues. Say, for instance, SL Benfica, and that is La Primera League in, I know that sounds confusing, but that's La Primera League in Portugal. And one of the best young players from there, João Felix, this is him. He actually plays in La Liga in Spain now, but this is him when he was on Benfica. And I may not be pronouncing that right, but this is back when he played for them and was in the Champions League with that team from, you know, they were the best team in Portugal. But anyway, it all just comes together and they play one big old tournament with all the best teams from all over Europe, South America, you know, wherever all the leagues are. So you got the 5 major leagues, not major leagues, but the 5 main leagues, and then leagues from all over, smaller leagues from all over. However, their top teams do get into the Champions League. Now, that was a breakdown of the leagues. I know it was a lot to take in. You may have to go back and watch it. You may already have tuned out and been like, man, this is just too confusing, and I understand if you have. But, you know, just try to stick with it if you can. Next up, I want to talk about the products, because you can easily, you know, buy the wrong products, because you could be looking for a certain player and you may not even be buying the product that player may be in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rewind back to 2014 when Prism first came in and started making soccer cards, and I'm going to bring you up to speed to where we are today. So in 2014, Panini started making Prism soccer cards. Now, they did not have the rights to any of the leagues at the time. All they had the rights to was World Cup and the Euro League, Euro Cup and things like that. They had the rights to, you know, national competition leagues, basically. So that's why you're going to see in 2014 here, you're going to see Messi, and he's going to be in his Argentina uniform, okay? In 2016, and because this is World Cup, and then in 2016 here with Ronaldo, you're going to see him in his Portugal uniform, and that's going to be the Euro 2016 championship. And then 2018, of course, one of the hottest cards on the market, the Kylian Mbappe, and that's going to be from 2018 World Cup, and that's him in his France uniform. So as you can see, they're all in their national uniforms here. None of them are in their league uniforms. You know, he's not in his Barca uniform from La Liga. I believe Ronaldo was probably on Real Madrid at the time here, so he's not there. And Mbappe's not on his Paris Saint-Germain uniform there. And that's because Panini didn't have license for the leagues. Topps did have license for Premier League for the last couple years. Bundesliga was split between the two companies. As you can see, here is a Bundesliga rookie card of Christian Pulisic, and here is a Bundesliga card of Robert Lewandowski. So these are both Panini products. However, they're Bundesliga cards. And also, right around the same year, you have a Timo Werner Bundesliga rookie card. And this is a Topps product. So as you can see, you have Topps and Panini products both creating Bundesliga cards. They both have the team on there, Leipzig and Bayern Munich. So the rights to Bundesliga were split between the two companies. However, Premier League was exclusive to Topps. There wasn't many cards out. So yeah, Panini was putting out also the Select product. And I'm going to reference a lot of the same cards over and over again just to make things easy. But Panini was putting out the Select product, which was also depicting players in their national uniforms. As you see a Pulisic here in his USA uniform from 2017. However, they were allowed to print his Bundesliga card from 2017 in a Revolution. Again, more 2016 Euro cards. De Bruyne, Sterling, these are silvers. Lewandowski, Bundesliga, however, it's his Poland uniform. Now, Topps has always had the rights to the Champions League. So, as you can see, the 2018 rookie card of Kylian Mbappe for Prism is in his France uniform, as I've said. And Topps was able to print him in his Paris Saint-Germain uniform because they made the Champions League. And Topps had exclusive rights to the Champions League. So as you can see, this is a Champions League card. So even though he plays in Le Ligue in France, and they're not licensed to print Le Ligue cards, they are licensed to print Champions League cards. So at any given time, if your favorite player or team is in the Champions League, then Topps can make their card in their team uniform and not their national team uniform, their actual club kit. And kit, if you get into the hobby, kit is actually the word for uniform in soccer. Maybe I should be using that term, but just to prevent a little bit of confusion. Now, to bring us up to speed now, in 2018, Panini acquired the rights to be Premier League exclusive starting in 2019 and 2020. So as you can see, in 2019 and 2020, Panini was now able to start printing Premier League cards with the uniforms. So now they're able to go away from, printing guys, in their Prisms in their national uniforms. And they're now allowed to print them in their club kits, which this is Premier League exclusive. So it's only going to be the English Premier League. And this is what I am going to get back into when I start talking about products to get. They also acquired the rights to La Liga from Spain, Le Ligue from France, and Serie A from Italy. So now Panini has pretty much cornered the market on the bigger leagues. They have Premier League, they have La Liga, they have Le Ligue, and they have Serie A. Topps now is exclusively has Bundesliga, which was split over the last couple seasons. However, Bundesliga is now exclusive with Topps. As you can see, this is a set for Dortmund, one of the good young teams in Bundesliga. And that set is exclusive to Topps. You could get it off the website. And Topps lost the Premier League. So basically, Topps gave up the rights to the Premier League to Panini, and Panini went ahead and let Topps have exclusive rights to Bundesliga. And Topps still has Champions League. So Topps has Champions League, Bundesliga. Panini has Premier League, La Liga, Le Ligue, and Serie A. So hopefully now you get an understanding of which manufacturers can make, cards from which product, from different products. And let's see, I thought I had a couple cards here. But anyway, towards the end of the 2018-19 season, Panini actually started printing La Liga cards and Serie A cards and putting them in their Optic product, because Optic product came out, later in the season, and they were able to put cards from those leagues into that product. And I'm sorry, guys, there is a long train starting to pass through the neighborhood, so hopefully it doesn't mess with the audio or make too much background noise. I don't have a professional studio or anything. Just trying to pump out content. But yeah, we were talking about how, the different companies and manufacturers have different rights to different players, and how Optic was able to get in some players from La Liga, like some of the more popular players like Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. They're going to have cards in last year's Optic product due to the fact that they acquired rights, Panini acquired rights to those leagues before that product came out. However, this year's 2019-2020 Prism is only going to be Premier League. And I don't know if that is because they couldn't include the other leagues in the Prism product, or if it's just a Premier League exclusive, and they're just going to, I don't know how this is going to be going forward. I don't know if next season's product, Prism product, is only going to be Premier League, or if maybe they're going to do Prism for La Liga, or if they're going to mix all of the leagues together like they did in the Chronicles product. The Chronicles product, which was the most recent release, mixed together La Liga, Serie A, Premier League. It mixed all of those products together, and you were able to get players from every league out of one product, which actually made it convenient because you didn't really have to look at what you were buying. You were like, hey, I'm going to buy some Chronicles. If you were able to get your hands on it, the stuff was completely on fire. I personally wasn't able even to get any, and I was even looking secondary market for it. But that's neither here nor there. But it makes it easy, because if you're looking to buy the 2019 and 2020 Prism, which I do believe this is a good product, because this is going to be all of the major players, quite a bit of them in their first Premier League uniforms, which in some cases can be better than a rookie card. And I've seen it in the prices, so that's not just me making that up. But if you were to buy this, if you were to see this at your Target or your Walmart, and you were to buy it in hopes of getting a Ronaldo or a Messi, it wouldn't happen, because they're not in the Premier League. And that's where things can get confusing if you're not familiar with what leagues the different players play in. You wouldn't even be able to pull a Kylian Mbappe out of here, or even a Jadon Sancho, who are some of the more exciting young players and veterans to collect. You got the two GOATs that people are considering, at least of this era, and Ronaldo and Messi, because he's Serie A and Messi is La Liga. They're not going to be in a Premier League product. Kylian Mbappe is in La Ligue 1. Jordan Sancho is in Bundesliga, so they're not going to be in a Premier League product. So again, if you were looking for those players, you wouldn't find them in here. And that could be, catch some people off guard. And, so just know what you're buying. If you're going to buy Topps products and you're going to buy Bundesliga cards, know who's in the Bundesliga. Robert Lewandowski. Timo Werner was, but now Timo Werner is going to be in Premier League. So next year, more than likely, he'll be in Prism, and he'll no longer be in, the Topps Bundesliga product. Jadon Sancho, his card is made by Topps. Not only is he in a Bundesliga uniform, but this is from the Champions League, because Topps has rights to Champions League, and Dortmund made the Champions League. So this is going to be the Sancho Topps Chrome rookie. However, he does have an Optic rookie because he's in his England uniform. And I'm going to try to put pictures of some of these cards that I'm talking about that I don't own up, so you guys can understand. But yeah, because he's in his England uniform. So yeah, it can tend to get pretty much all over the place. Again, João Felix has a Topps Chrome rookie card because his team made the Champions League. Although the team that he's on, Benfica from Portugal, they don't even have a product that gets made by any company that I'm aware of, or at least, a popular company. So the only reason he even has this card is because they made the Champions League. He now plays in La Liga, but at the time, it didn't matter. And La Liga wasn't under license with anybody either. Maybe with stickers, but we're talking cards. and that's a whole different ball game. And in some aspects, and maybe not in all, but the cards are kind of taking over the stickers. It feels like the cards are more in demand. And when you're talking about a rookie card, in most cases, you're actually talking about a card. I mean, this is, I believe, the first card of Lionel Messi. Even, well, no, I'm wrong. I take that back. He has some older cards. I believe they're cards, the Mega Cracks cards. And I don't know a lot about them because there's so many different ones, and they're so expensive that I just don't even look at them. But yeah, that's some of the that's the leagues. That's some of the products and what to look out for. Some of the players in different uniforms. For instance, you have Christian Pulisic here in Select when Panini only had the rights to the national team, so he's in his United States kit. You have him here in a Bundesliga because Bundesliga was split between Topps and Panini. And then you have him here now in his first Chelsea card from this year's Prism. And you're not going to find him in a Chelsea card made by any other company like Topps, because Topps can't make Premier League cards. So, again, I really think that's all I had to touch on. I know it was a lot to take in. I know I talked a lot, and I probably confused you guys even more than you were before we started. But feel free, if you have any questions, put them in the comments. If I missed anything, if you're somebody who knows a lot about soccer and I missed anything that was really important, put it down there, because like I said, I'm trying to learn with you guys. I'm trying to teach, and by teaching, I'm learning, and by helping, hopefully I'm getting some help and things like that. That's just the way the community works, guys. Don't forget about the 700 subscriber challenge that we got going on. Go back and watch my most previous video and get some information on that. Hopefully we get a bunch of winners. I want to give all that stuff away. So let's get to 750. And yeah, until next time, guys, thanks for checking out the content. Good luck in your investing, and I'll see you later.